we'll be talking about how to install Visual Studio Code to work with PowerShell. So here you can see that I'm on the page for the Windows PowerShell ISE. So the ISE is the tool that you can use that's native to Windows to work with PowerShell and develop some scripts and code. So here you can see you can write your code here, you can run it, and it will just run the code. And you can also do it directly from the console, and it will work. But so no saving. But as you can see here, PowerShell is no longer in active feature development, which means that there will be no support for PowerShell version 6 and beyond. Currently, at the time of recording this video, we're at version 7.1.0, so this will not support the new versions of PowerShell. And since it's no longer in active feature development, it may not be as useful as a Visual Studio Code. So I would recommend you work with Visual Studio Code, and I'll take you through the process of installing it. If you click download for Windows right here, you will download the user version. So that means it will only work for your user account. If you want to download it for everybody on the machine, you will need to download the system installer. So here, as you can see, I clicked on the download button here on that page in the top right corner, and I'm downloading the 64-bit because that's the operating system I have. So let's download this and run it. It's actually a very light software. As you can see, it's only 60 megabytes. So we'll just install it. We'll do the default. We'll keep the default. Actually, we'll create a desktop icon and we'll open with code in File Explorer and in the directory. And you may want to do that for supported file tabs, so when you can open, for example, PowerShell files directly with code. So we'll do all the additional tasks. You don't have to do any of them. I just like to do those, and we'll install them. So while it's installing, if you read the file, you see, the documentation for the PowerShell ISE, it said you need the PowerShell extension. So I'll explain that in a minute. So let's launch it. Alright, so here, one thing to note is this is a blank editor. It will not support really any file types, or it will support them, it just will not have any highlighting and all that stuff. So let's just take a look, and we'll have to save it actually, and we'll do let's save it on the desktop. Test, and then it will support. No, it doesn't even have PowerShell in here, so we'll just call it test.ps1. Right here, it's like, do you want to install an extension for PowerShell? So you may want to say yes. I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep the recommendation tab here, and we'll do get child item test. Actually, it does support it, but as you can see, there's nowhere to run it, unlike the ISE. So that's why you would want to go and install this. It's always in the preview for some reason, the PowerShell extension for Visual Studio Code. At least right now it's definitely in preview. So let's just install this. So if you want to go, you can also go. If you don't have this, you can go straight here to PowerShell. So here, this is the extensions. You can type PowerShell. You can pick the first one, which is by Microsoft. And yeah, you have Microsoft. And actually here, what it just did to me is it made it in the color theme of PowerShell PowerShell ISC for us. So it's the same look and feel as the PowerShell ISC. I like the dark theme personally, so I'll keep it dark. You can change the color theme here if you want, so PowerShell ISC, or you can type dark. Come on. Control Shift P. There we go. Alright, so this is installed. And now you see in the top right corner we have a way to run the code. So we just press play and boom. Oh, yeah, because test is not a folder. There you go. And we also have the option to, this will also give you the extensions, sorry, not extensions, the arguments, parameters that it would not do on a regular if you didn't have this extension. Okay, one other extension I want to show you that will really help is Prettier. So Prettier is a code formatter that supports, doesn't have the list of, okay, it does support PowerShell as far as I know. So let's install it. Let's go to the settings. So this will allow to format your, sorry, actually we want to go to the PowerShell extension settings. Sorry, I want to go here, extension settings on the PowerShell one. Nope, come on, allow me to scroll. And there should be Alias. There you go. So here we're gonna, I really want you to click replace aliases with their alias names. So I will show you what this does. So there's something called aliases here, where GCI means get child item, and let's say C. But it's not good practice to use aliases. So here you can replace it with get child item. And if you do GCI and you do Alt Shift F, boom. So that will help you. So you can code however you want. So you can do GCI and then we pipe it and we do a for each and then we do full name. Okay, so these two, GCI and %, are aliases, but when you do Alt Shift F, they will just both get formatted to their actual commandlet name as opposed to the alias. So this is the configuration we want. Prettier will help with formatting the code so that it looks nice. So Control Alt Shift F. Oh, it's not doing it here, but it helps with formatting the code. So I think we can do this. So if we just indent it, in theory, yeah, there we go. So it will make it so it looks nice. So that's that with installing Visual Studio Code. It's fairly easy. You can look at other extensions that are there. PowerShell Pro Tools is a paid extension, or at least part of it is paid. But there's extensions, you can look through it and find extensions that you like. So we'll stop it right there. I'll probably make another video dedicated to extensions for Visual Studio Code, because I will be using a few different extensions that will help make the code neater and present better. But that's it for now.